Okay, you're going to need the phone for a variety of calls. There's a lot of different calls. Most salespeople never get good at any of them, much less all of them. The masters of sales, the master entrepreneurs, get good at all of them. Like any sport, if you're only strong at one thing, sooner or later the competition's going to beat you based on your weakness. They're going to disable your strengths and go to that thing that you're weak on. In the game of sales, if you want to hit on all cylinders and really, really maximize your horsepower and the opportunity, you have to get good at all the calls. So let's go over them. Again, early chapters, we're just getting your awareness up, and then we're going to start digging in deeper to the actual calls. Number one, handling incoming calls, inquiries from the public about your product or your service, pricing, terms, contracts, or what you do. Probably they saw you your product somewhere, or they heard about you, saw an ad, saw something on the internet, or was shopping a competitor and they picked up the phone. The goal in this call is to give enough information to have the client come to you or create an opportunity where you can go to them, okay? Now that's different than what you've been taught. Typically you're taught on this call, oh, get a name and number, that's the goal. That's not the goal here. It's how much information can I give them that they'll want to actually come to me, and we're going to explain that, okay? I'm going to take you to a completely different level on incoming calls that you've ever been exposed to. Number two, calling back showroom traffic, or people that have shopped you or you've done proposals with. Calling back the unclosed is what we call this. I want to get back in front of someone I invested 3 hours with. How do I get back in front of them? This is a very difficult call for a lot of people. How do I get back in front of? How do I create interest again? How do I get them to take a second look at me? Do you know when I get back in front of somebody the second time, your closing ratio and mine will go almost to 80%? That is 4 times greater closing ratio on a second callback when I get actually in front of a person because of that callback. Number 3, creating new customers through the use of lists, leads, interest, referrals. This could be cold. It could be a warm call. It could be a really, really hot list. Somebody hit the net and said, I'm very interested in this product and I'm going to be buying it in the next 3 days. Okay, and we'll handle those. 4, follow-up of sold customers. This is that outbound call where we pick up the phone and call someone that has bought from us and start replacing them and creating new business as a result of this phone call. It's a customer satisfaction call, but we want to drive new business. Those are the four types of calls. We're going to focus on each of them. We're going to make you great at all of them. You'll master and have phone power.